mo say ofie nipa say wa sa or was betin or the yare betin chairman so onya no edro Black Stars de obo yare echinji amaso kopie kudi producer say in the obo ekuti adwo ama Black Stars na afedie asebi e wo bia ha be mana get if I be here showing in their part but still look at that you be so there the VM no ya yi ne the attach na be ya kaba me mo bibia akwa abakese me say na watwe no akwa pro aba betu ye nyina bebre na no omokoda ndre nyu no more plans for in there last weekend so bebre na had plans but in me no eti hey omonka ho into no chance say ya wahalum say na say bibia ekoso kama adom arakwa enye ya ho de enye ya ho fe bi na emom no se techrema da bodwusim na se moja redi emu afrusane dia na eya adom nti sabre mesro se mesro afi no abaso a share videos no ema wo zoom link na ema wo busia for wonamfo eno obi biare be hia no last week ye din komo efa kwa ye be fa so atofie ewo kroman mi say obi anim say so instead of better fee no the first thing also you so per lender when you lender ni we are na we make sure so or real estate agent now after the real estate agent in the lender no aboa no wetimi and making the right decision in getting a home the same last week your name lender ne kasa and your name real estate agent eba bekasa and as a realtor eba bekasa and then your name bedin come friend na hene emre so me introduce ni ye na afide ye de naba nansa na ye beko dwumede so no ye be quick shout outs to omo ana aboafa so ya sene de dwumede ebramo the dikan feel good services open adwen mo pomodin ana senimde bia in terms of mental health education bia hwehwemecha kwan feel good services at feelgoodservices@gmail.com. Yeah, email near feelgoodservices@gmail.com. Only on share on after mundin kitan bibia ebe kama. Sa also biom na or say ope bia do tibeto and I say bia apartment not just say bibia akoso kama ma Airbnb so wo ko Ghana not just a feel good homes and I make am for ma no obusia nyina no into the feel good homes echira kwan na afide bibia bekoso totin. Ebiom Happy Glow GH bia betimi aya wonsa online echire pedicure manicure and also any beauty supplies bia or part of bia no Happy Glow GH ebema o nefe kama pa na bibia so aye kama ma so na Oswald Wellness Clinic so say weight management so pe physician bi na woni no edin kita ho concerning or weight management and na say bia primary care crampona Oswald Wellness Clinic, so say, omuno license in both Maryland and Ohio. Ebiom, Miss also air car will say, Ope bia be kwan abefa so aseniska ko Ghana, is safe, secured, reliable, and also the rating no da ho kama pa, and I say wash kama pa, tap send, look no further. Download the Tap Send or App Store and also Google Play Store. Now I feel the promo code HRE HM and now say for promo code PK P-KAY HM. Now I feel the $15 on your first transaction. When you have $15 in the year, what's any scar coffee? Nipana discount say $50 now. Send a command Nipana. Both of the 65 back on better $50. Mr. But they take advantage of this promo code. They be a mekacho be say and you guarantee so much now promo code will still be there for $15. Into why don't you make use of it and also take advantage of it right now? Nyame boa that's a topic I be treaty a life insurance. Once the actually this year you demand them taxes more, you did taxes on common taxes care banning, a be better fee, a be better car. Ebi me make life decisions into say no if you want some ye di won komo tie ende ye be wie fie die no so ye wie fie die ne ene next week we'll start to talk about life insurance into life insurance misrao wow unyen the importance of life insurance and sabi so I down for na so dofo bi efima you understand the importance of life insurance. Into life insurance, and when ya papa. Into nyambo that's a ye be kasa about life insurance. Into Mr. Mark it on your calendar. Not also no. Fra adofo ne busuafo nya no so MBT be no the importance of life insurance. Now we are the following week after that we'll talk about cyber security. Then the week after that, yeah, lawyer been in about adoption and immigration and home common. You know, topics that you ahead of us and ya bobo so actually mono no Mr. Ma emu bia ya wo de bia no na waba na edin de nkita kama. Sabre bi da mo nyina ase say ma share video no na ma share link no so ama adofo ne busuafo a omo join. You be call na after you introduce your guest aye ne eba bedi dwumedie. Your guest ne din edit Nana Henen. Na branche me kan ho asem kakra. Me kai about 15-17 years ago when I decided to embark my journey in the Air Force, you know, he was one of the pillars. No me nipa mienu no more, but I couldn't get intimate can say, but he was one of the pillars. Omo boa me, mami, you know, church me akwan, mami who ni many so because that time no omo wo mu deda. Mami ko join Air Force, no into no. So na yes, it be boa from mom to be coin, no. So in there. Say it was always a dream and the pleasure of mine. Say that menya akwenya ehun woni pemu no mebon about so now also no I'll speak of the good things that he has done in my life. Now like I said is one of the pillars of boa me. Mama used to be to me itimi farming Air Force about 15 years ago. Yes, I'm still out here serving in the Air Force. On the also 30 years since I retired, but at the same time I was also a real estate agent or a realtor. About Ohio CC and say or Texas and I say be Washington State and I say be Ohio no obetimi ene edin kita ho aboa ama bibia akoso kama sabre yamfa kameka se yafa nsemo kese nhia yes but nana yaba akwaba eba dwumedie so one point to say nice one. Na your piebo na when they say wabo empire ma wa say empire bo. Nice one. Now there that's it. Say wetimi I say wadaje na wetimi aba ni aba bedi nko. You say besu nyema pie fi honum. Sabre ne be ne say floor no ya wodia. Inti no obekasa uwia na afide questions beba Facebook, ebi beba YouTube, ebi beba Zoom haya. Te mren so a na afide uwia na yebusa questions e wono no. Questions ni na e wo ya hwefo ho. Me de me tebginafo a me gina ho no ma say me da ne we no. Ebiom big shout out and combat producer director Nana Lord. O me afudie ni so ana Danny ana A class producers at large. Omoma jubede no come. Tidana Sabre, over to you. Nana yente okasa o. Okay, feel that. Almost Omonte. Limit. Do me mic. And by Facebook. Nana, unmute me. Nana, Pacho, hold on, my boy. Hold off, kakramami. I think say a very good information out there, man. But Zoom phone kwa and Facebook for say or monte, Facebook and YouTube say or monte. What is going on? Into the Michelle, hold it off, mommy. Now, if anyhow, Crampa, let's go back to the previous slide and let's from the overview, because it's very important. Because I'm getting a lot of messages say Facebook for say or monte sound, into the. I'm not sure say if sounding okay to say. Everything is fine on our end until I'm not sure why Facebook, because sounding is only one sound feed. It's a Zoom 40 and Cardia, then everybody's supposed to hear us. But apparently Facebook and YouTube for someone to. Me pacho Facebook for mon comment mami ho sa motemen ka Facebook ni YouTube motemen ka mami ho sa motemen ka. Okay, I could see a chance or take our Facebook. Now, proceed. Why we that's it.
A very good deal. You literally have zero to pay in your mortgage, or zero to pay for your side of the property, whereby income or collecting in it which mortgage for you. When we talk about apartment, it's considered commercial building from 5 units and up. It's a no loan process, not a different. And then you focus on a single family, any multi-family homes. How to use your loan types available to you to be able to start investing right away without just having to accumulate, say, 20% down before you can buy these properties. So as I stated, single family home is just like the house we'll be looking over here. It's a ranch home. It's my 3-bedroom house, 4-bedroom house with 2 baths, and one kitchen. Which my toy as a single one, put down low down payment and then rent it out. Or you can look at the family unit one or the multi-family home ones now. I don't know, over an hour or 4. Then you rent those out. We live in one, and then you just generate income from that. So when we talk about the multi-family home, we're not saying it here. It be on the garage, but a sharing wall with another one on the side.
And I was sounding a call.
Nana? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but they still say me kasa, but kasa. So when I speak on Facebook, they hear me, but they don't hear you.
But Zoom
Zoom for to one car, but basically no, me kasa Facebook for te me kasa, but monte wo kasa.
Okay. Because the sound, I'm checking the sound. The sound no answer you okay though.
O kasa wo wote. Ko YouTube number so o so. Because producers so say or no or tell car Facebook. But I'm really getting like about comments on Facebook and also personal messages. They say they can't hear you.
Yeah, but me kasa out it. I think.
Yeah. What the Okasai? Those on Zoom, everybody hear you perfectly.
Okay, so I don't know where the problem is.
Into what YouTube so. Producers also sort of cover YouTube, so I'm not sure why. And the need to confuse him. I'm sorry. Wait. This is minti way in opinion that because usually and then people back up the complaint about nipa for the complaint on both Facebook and YouTube. And this is the weird part about it is the producer also kasa. Okay, Benya message say YouTube is good, but the point is okay. Now proceed.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah, my confirm me. Me too a producer. Machine is to say your friend is say or talk about Facebook and YouTube. Into go ahead.
One thing I wanted to take note in is that real estate investing, a long-term investment. Real estate investment is long-term, and yet get rich quick investment. It's not something we're looking at one or two. I've been doing this for the last 7 years, and it's building. As our OEN on that building airport, as OEN on that building airport, you have to think 5 years, 10 years down the line, and we are also even thinking about generational wealth. So you being able to pass it on to your children and then your children passing on to their children. Real estate investment is very local. It's very local. What do I mean by that? That means prices of homes in California are very different from prices of home in Florida. And even within the state, or say in Ohio, within the state, prices of home in Cincinnati and Columbus will be different. But even when you come within your neighborhood, you want to make sure you have the right amount or the right value or the right price of homes. It's we move from one point to one point. There was tunnel vision. We just going about not seeing what is going on around us. Today, I'm urging you, say, they offer way one way in the car, use another way. Ube who say, and there might be a possible neighborhood more. Ube who say, say, one here, Asasibia, you see, I'm saying, Whole Food and I see Starbucks and I see Chick-fil-A. One thing I'll tell you about these three companies that I mentioned them in particular for a reason. Chick-fil-A, Whole Food, and Starbucks. They put a lot of money into research. It's so who said they are building something like that in your neighborhood now. It's just that they know say there's population moving into that area. So you want to focus on that. If they are coming in there, then me pay a dime with that neighborhood now. That means I'll have people coming in to be able to rent it in the long run. So you want to know that real estate is local, and also you're thinking about it for the long term. There are two strategies to the real estate investing, whereby you tailor towards long-term rentals. You tailoring it towards long-term rentals. So long-term rental, no, you rent with that. Sign lease for 1 year, and I'll sign lease for 18 months, and I say 2 years. Now, that's what the tenant will be doing, paying you every month. It's even with a single family home, mortgage $1,000, rent, $1,005. And you wait me out of 1,005, wait to make your mortgage 1,000. I got 500 or so. That 500 normally we'll call it the cash flow, but it's not really the cash flow. Where it comes in is I recommend that you will put 10% of that 500 NAC and you put it down into an account for something we call back.
And now I pause you.
the mortgage
Okay,
for
you
that
better now.
vacancy for that vacancy during that period. Again, you will put another 10% down for something we call maintenance. With any issue, we have issues with maintenance. Same thing with your house. Fridge bit me, assay, will microwave bit me, assay. So you put that extra money down for it, and that's where the rest never can. That will be the cash flow we're talking about. So you always have to take in consideration for vacancy and take consideration for maintenance. Put that money to the side. If you have same thing, if you have a multi-family, you renting the other unit, same thing. We have to save some for a rainy day because things will happen. But when you have that money saved on the side now, you will be able to cover those costs with no issue. So that is when we talk about long-term rental or renting for 1 year or 1 year or more. You get your payment every month. There is a short-term aspect of it or the short-term strategy, and I think that PK talked about it a little bit, and that is you buying a house or a single family house. You put a little money.
It could be another reason why I am moving.
Normally, when you renting it for a month, you are targeting your community hospitals. I see a lot here in Ohio. There's a lot of hospitals around. You can find a home whereby you rent it to traveling doctors, traveling nurses. They come in normally with a 13-week contract. They come in with 13-week contract. You can rent it to them that way. The good thing about short-term rental is that no cash flow. No, you say dime back renting it for $1,500, but you soon on Airbnb, you might be pushing almost to $2,500 for going their Airbnb route or renting it out to the short term or renting it short term to the traveler nurses or the doctors. And so that is the difference, the two strategies. But as I was saying earlier, only Namo community, see what strategy will work for you. Long-term strategy is having a normal community. People come in and go and don't with my renting long term. But Yampan says stadium be a area. And see what strategy that will suit your investment. So that is the strategy, knowing that real estate investment is for long term. Know that real estate is local. Every local will be different, but the two strategies to go about is going the long term rental route or the short term rental route.
Nana, I'll tell me come. Nana, Nana,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sure, but in terms of link now, a kate pa. O network no, my name say.
Oh boy. Let me work on it real quick.
So obepe edua bi so agina so na it matches network so a. Me gina bonti na make say.
Let me see. Maybe let me connect with my phone and then see whether that will improve. But I'll be talking off this slide.
Okay. No one mute we no. Okay, Matthias here.
Yeah.
Okay. So far as Emma feedback and kwan.
But don't think.
So far as Emma feedback no.
Yeah, mommy feedback. Yeah, let me work on that. Let me say that will help. Okay, yeah, give me 2 minutes break. And then
Okay, so ebusia for ebiom yebekwa kotie quick commercial break na afedi eba ne ho bia na or that was we do home buying timeline, and I think that these are very vital information. We want to make sure say obia ate the ekoso ye. I want say company de na se twetwesi ade ha adwene. It's a producer. Fire quick commercial.
I was at one, your friend Carla Boss, the only boss with what is. Do you know about Tap Send? Tap Send is one of the easiest, convenient, reliable money transfer app you can get. You can download Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store. We download it and then you register. Register and you are good to go to send money across every place, many countries in the world. Tap Send. I wouldn't that.
Yankutuna nasio nyameno no yanana sia wa maya tamfuate shoko hey tiawa ne de no no wayama na yamenwanwa hey wayama na timwa atamfuate shoko Ghana for me the unbreakable joy is blessing oh she HRETV kosuana she na be yinshira unbreakable keep it locked.
Check the statistics. What from beaucoup d'État on my big six. We remove all the girls, logistics. You want here top speed, Olympics. Yo, what up, people? It's your boy Natalie, and I'm watching HRETV, man. Keep it locked. Badman operator.
Hello, guys. It's your girl Pamela Odame Watara, and I just want to recommend HRETV for you guys for all your latest interviews. Just stay tuned at HRETV. I love you all guys.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching me live on HRE TV. HR, His Royal Majesty. Oh my goodness, I love the name of this TV. HRE TV. Oh my goodness. Just catch us live on YouTube. Just go there, HRE TV, and click subscribe, and then get updates on everything that they put there, and then watch them also live on Facebook. When you hear the name HRTV, you are talking about television that comes from the heart. Oh, HRTV. Good morning.
All right, ebusian for your dad say sabre ye betwa so. Nana, what you make?
yes.
Okay.
What after speaker?
Yeah, it's okay. Bibi come on.
Okay. It's fun. But you may say me which matches.
Oh,
Maybe I'm.
You continue from here.
Okay. Sounds good. And I'll just highlight just a real quick. Knowing that investment, real estate investment is for the long term. That means it's not get rich quick scheme. But you're thinking about it for 5 years, 10 years, and know that real estate investment is local. It has to be walk around, see what is going on. New businesses moving in particular the businesses that you want to keep an eye on, say Starbucks, Whole Foods, and Chick-fil-A. When they're coming in, that means it will be good for your investment. So you have to treat your real estate business investment as a business. So you have to have that same mindset of the big guys. We have the strategy of going with long-term rental. That is all rent Mobi for up to a year or more. And the short-term rental is the Airbnb types, or renting it to travelers. If there are hospitals within your area, you can, move it my direct strategy towards those traveling doctors, traveling nurses, and most of them they have a contract near 13 weeks. You can rent it to them for say that 2 months, and then one thing I've seen about short term, they say no cash flow or no higher than the long term, but the long term gives you that stability, because with with Airbnb, they say you have to have a cleaner, almost free one as Uber every cleaning at all times. It involves a lot. We will reply to them, you give a review, they also give a review. However, it comes with more money, so you have to see what fits you or what strategy fits you. As I was saying earlier, said if there is a conference within your community, short-term rental will be good. If there is a stadium in your area whereby there's soccer match or football match, it's fantastic. There are even scenarios in Atlanta whereby Omobo golf, you say, within a month of that golf playing, people make a killing just that 1 month, because what we're going to say, okay, there's the short term on 1 month, leave vacation 1 month out of his house, and then they're able to rent it for that period. So you have to know what strategy will suit you. Stated earlier, be it single family units or be it multi-family units, you go through the same process. You go through the same buying line process. And we'll break that into 4 stages. Whereby you will passive home buying. Say, as you see, I can say January. So, we'll work it towards, by June or September, so this is the time SO will drive you through your neighborhood. You can go maybe 30 to 1 hour. I always recommend that you stay within way because I want to just know what is going on over there. And then you can start searching online. For sale or you can start searching about it and decide and say, okay, what am I going to go? I'm making a long-term strategy and I'm making a short-term strategy. Within that same time period, you can start saving towards it. I know last week, I talked about saving money, putting money down, having that down payment. Just working on that also goes a long way. So credit, so issue that is the same period or that same passive home buying stage. That's when you start working on your credit. So here, if you have credit issues, we have people on our team we can recommend to help you get your credit back online or get back on the right track. The last point within the passive home buying way, we talk about personal budget. This personal budget, I would say, while you're saving for your down payment, you also want to have an emergency fund. One thing about real estate is that things can stop or things can happen, but you just want to make sure that you have that emergency fund. So BB break here, you can use that to sustain yourself. Now, let's say fast forward 6 months in ABBA, you are now ready to go. One who say, okay, I'll go the single family route and I say multi-family or maybe duplex and maybe fourplex. This is the time you want to go for your pre-approval, and that is trying to find the lender. I'll go more into it, what type of lenders to go and how they suit your business. The other stage will be hiring a real estate agent. Hiring a real estate agent, and that is very important. PK Ekano in the beginning, you need that lender who is going to be on your team. You also need a very good real estate agent. But real estate agent, that real estate agent has to have investor mind, investor mindset. It's in question be a bit meaning as soon as who say, oh, ni pay or that direction the person corner. You always have to ask that agent, say, who agent Nankasano, do you invest in any property? As the agent, do you invest in any property? If they say no, I will say find somebody else, or you can contact me and I'll recommend somebody that has that investor mindset. That is going to help you. An agent with an investor mindset. That is what is going to help you. When you able to lower that down, the next step will be touring that home. Agent most of the times with the multi-family homes, if you are just one house or one unit is available for you to view. The other ones before about Kotono Krano. I'll be say obi timu edidada. One ham say miensa go for timu didada. You want to make sure say agent watch the agent and say you want to see every individual home. If you say empty I don't buy that. Make sure say you can schedule time, maybe 30 minutes, go through it and know what property you're buying and make sure say it's in good condition. We'll go further within that same active home buying way. It talks about being able to negotiate an offer. If you have a good experienced agent on your side, they will be able to help you make the right decision or get a good deal. With the real estate market, it goes through a cycle. There can be a cycle whereby it's called the buyer's market. Buyer's market, that means the buyer has more power. And then they can shift into a seller's market where the seller has the upper hand. And then there are certain stages whereby a balance. So I'll give just a quick example. Back in 2020, when COVID happened, say, all the builders, nobody knew say COVID ever. But until Diana almost see they were about to build came available. We call those inventory homes. They became available. However, people were stuck in their home, were not going, we didn't know what was going to happen. So there were more houses than people trying to buy it. So there was less demand, but oversupply. It became a buyer's market. The sellers or the builders were given a lot of incentives. Fast forward within just 1 year when we figured out, okay, this is what COVID is going to bring our way. Now, people were not selling their houses. So the houses there was a housing shortage, whereby now buyers wanted the homes and then they were overbidding each other. We were dying here 200,000, with member 250, with member 300, member 300,000. They were overbidding. So now market now shifted from buyers market to sellers market. I think as of now, right now we are getting into a little bit of equilibrium. When you get into the stage of equilibrium now, you need a good agent on your side who will be able to negotiate and get you the best deal. One key thing about real estate, and I said, you make your money when you buy. You make your money when you buy. When you get a good deal going in, that is the place to be. And take note. If you have a good agent on your side, get a good deal. That will help you, and it will set you up for a very long time. The next stage in the whole buying process is the closing process. Closing process is whereby, after when you agent, when you're dying out, when you're dying up to on contract. Now the loan is going to make sure, when you're pre-approval, but they have to go to the full approval. That full approval stage, you're going to say when you're dying, say a single family or multi-family, let's say 400,000. 400,000 loan officer is okay. Sana sell and say all turn. And me person making sure say asika me ma wakotono equivalent and I say ne bono into almost sending obi a friend of home appraiser or appraiser to go there and talk about it. I know my brother talked about a little bit about it last week. But normally on just to know they go and then they assess the market value in the area, make sure say and there are three possible scenarios that can come out of that, whereby the house, you had a good agent, young fan said, 400,000, but appraiser never and or say 500,000. Right there, you are in a very good position because walking in, you already have 100,000 of equity on your side. That is where you want to be. Going into any door, you want at least have some equity on your back. The other scenario will be it will come back and it's say 400,000, say 400,000. That means you're breaking even, which is good, but you want to be in that good position. The third one will be say 400,000, but appraiser on the paper back and you say 350,000. Normally with my clients, when we sign the contract, I make sure say the better as contingency. Say appraiser below the value or the amount that I want now, or the amount that we want now. We have the option of walking away. Say walking away, or the other way will be say the seller no better dinosaur from 400,000 to the 350. At least going in, I know say I've broken even. But the best way to be or the best position to be in is to go in with more money or more equity on your behalf. The other person on your team that you need for you to be successful in real estate investing is a home inspector. This home inspector works for you. Normally they charge around $500 or depending on the size of the home, all the way to $1,000. But this way, home inspector I could make sure say a dino there are no defects with the house. So they checking from the roof all the way to the foundation, making sure that there is no issue with the home. That helps you. That gives you the peace of mind. Your friend is saying your emergency fund now was saving. It can go a long way because when you swear, it's optional. But I always recommend it for my clients because one year later on you say maybe foundation. There's a foundation problem with the house. Foundation problem, you're looking at almost 10,000 to 20,000 just to fix the foundation. So just paying upfront that $500 or $800 upfront will save you in the long run. The next process within it will be title search. Normally, again, say Ghana, auto Diana, we are running into litigation problem. Being in the industry for over 6 years now, I've seen a lot of issues whereby we say neighbor fence about him and I say who fence according to him. If you also have say as I said, I remember this scenario in your friend in Louisiana. As I said, oil. Oil was assassin, but the automa no before no episode assassin because after when we say oil but if you have they do the right title search, make sure say there's a title policy on that. You're not going to run into that issue. And then finally will be closing day. why you want from the one inspector call who say problem here any home homeowners funds was send loan funds was send appraiser I'm matching I'm making sure say BBR now you can have your home, be it 1 unit or up to 4 units. You have that home and it's covered to go. But in that process, that is where you start to find your tenants. But as a mechanic earlier, if you have a multi-family, na obi timu de dada, nipa miensa, eti udiem say for nipa miensa, and you are going to occupy the empty one or the vacant one, and you can stay in. One thing I've seen, sometimes if you get into a good deal, you can start from that, multi-family homes, to the extent that sika ebebano, as I was saying, you might not even be paying rent. So sika unyane, you can save it, and that sets you up to be able to buy your dream home. And so with me, 1 time, and not 2 time, and not 3 time, sika ebani no, we don't say says a diner out to turn in 50 asiano, and now what my talk dream home. So the money you go to work for, that money comes to you, and you can use it to do whatever comes into mind. Maybe going to build in Ghana, but it's just a daika a sika to go in. Say ubitmenya akonya we you still have your shelter without any cost to you. The extra money you get, that can go a long way for your family and also in building your wealth. To talk about the lenders, there are three types of lenders, of mortgage lenders. It's in the mortgage lenders, we have the traditional bank, the traditional bank. So your traditional bank, we're talking about our Bank of America or Wells Fargo, and also or credit union. And to your credit union, maybe you have your checking with them, your savings with them. They normally give a standard loan. So when we talk about standard loan, we're talking about a 15-year loan or a 30-year loan. They approve the loan and fund the loan in-house. Your loan stays with them. You can have everything within one place. Almost process, normally for paperwork, their process is because they are big banks. Normally on processing is very slow. But as we spoke earlier, so paperwork says my W2. My W2 is ready. I have my tax returns ready. My income is squared away. My credit score is squared away. You can almost be said, maybe say, with me, now with me, SPD up the process. The other group is called the correspondent lender. Correspondent lenders, these are kind of like the future banks. They are based online. One example of them is called the Loan Depot and our Rocket Mortgage. They are online. Their process is very fast. They are all use the artificial intelligence and also machine learning. To me, approval or loan in term, and their fees are normally very, very low. The other group is called the mortgage broker. It's a mortgage broker. What they do, they don't approve the loan. However, they take your information, criteria, they know that their banks or investors want. Into normal criteria, and they say, okay, credit score good, or income good. And then they send it to the correspondent lenders and they send it to the traditional lenders. And then the traditional lenders will send them the offer and they will give you the best rate available. They will give you the best rate available. But normally what I advise my clients to do is to apply to the mortgage broker, apply to all these three, and then you can compete depending on if we have more interest rate for maybe 6%, maybe more 5%, maybe more 7%. Just saying, and then you can tell them, say, hey, broker, mortgage broker, you might 5. We don't say we are dropping about. At the end of the day, it will save you on your interest rate and save you money at the long run. I know say Obi baby say, hey, now me apply waha, me building my credit at Basro, me apply waha, and affecting my credit score. Just to know, there's a law. So ultimately, apply if you have your application within 30 days. Within 30 days, apply, loan application within 30 days. You don't run into that issue. They count all your application as one. It's a will have or score bed drop it maybe 1 point, and not 2 points, and not 3 points. But that point, later on it will just build back up. However, trying to compete among these lenders will save you money in the long run. So I definitely recommend that, and it's not something to worry about because you will save money in the long run. Today, there's so many types of loan, but then I'm going to concentrate you on 3 types of loan you can use to buy this multi-family or buy this duplex or buy this single family homes. One of them is the FHA loan. This is run by the Federal Housing Administration. We have the VA loan. VA loan for veterans. So veteran will be our also general free and also be still no active duty personnel or that's who soldier they can use that on they are in the reserve or the National Guard. Buying man that's car with me. They guarantee, let me put it that way, almost guarantee loan amount. So with that being said, you don't pay any down payment. With the FHA loan, you pay 3.5%, but I'll go into detail. Another one I'll be bringing entire your friend of USDA loan, USDA loan. And your U.S. Department of Agricultural loan. And this loan targets people living in suburban or rural areas. It's baby out here who are or there's any agriculture going on. They tend to favor this loan. This loan as well also is 0%. It's also 0%. It's also 0%. So just a little highlights about the FHA loan. A mortgage whereby you have a low down payment and administered by the Federal Housing Administration. This program, also your first time home buyer, it makes it available for you, whereby in certain scenarios, you don't even have to put any money down. You can get this program in particular allows you to get a gift, which means a gift from down payment over here 3.5% of 100,000 will be 3,500. Say 200,000 will be 7,000. Say unya says kana, which I recommend for you to have unya. Obit me, and it says kana show. You can, it can be as a gift. They take it as a gift. Say your friend wants to give that money, you can use that as a down payment. The credit score that they need has a minimum score of 500 or higher. Minimum score of 500, and then it goes all the way up. But I always recommend, as our brother was saying last week, for you to go, the higher your credit score, the better your interest rate is going to be. So that is the place you want to be. However, that shouldn't stop you. So with me, what say now, baby, still be able to start building your wealth now. If you have a credit score of 500 or higher, you can find a lender that is willing to work with you. All you have to make sure, say, at the end of the day, you don't want to find yourself say, Makoti Danya a year, say 2,000, but rent time is 1,005. That means you have to come out of pocket to do it. I don't recommend that. You always want to go in making sure say you are positive cash flow. That means mortgage free, utisika only to work for maintenance, utisika only to work for vacancy. You still have money left. One thing about FHA loan, the end say you pay every month piano as a mortgage insurance premium. And on top inside your mortgage, almost sika for insurance. So insurance since federal government back it loan amount because on the normal circumstance before this program came into play, you had to come up with 20% down. But what they are doing with this mortgage premium, your bob will be to back you to be able to get that loan. So this loan stays with your loan for the rest of your life. When you go with the FHA loan, you have to pay this mortgage, even if the value of your house goes up more than 20%. There are certain loans after you do so the cost rule, the value of your house goes up to 20% of the mortgage. Now they drop that mortgage insurance. For FHA loan, it doesn't drop it. However, say when you are in that position and you realize, okay, interest rate above from and I say the value now cost you can always refinance it into conventional loan, and then you will stop paying that mortgage insurance premium. Mortgage insurance premium. I put this website down here. This website, PK and a better link in it, so or you can have access to this slide. But this link takes you to FHA for website. Now, Okomwa, it will tell you what state and then what county what county it will tell you say open one single family unit or one unit. It tells you the value or how much money you can be loaned up to. And say a county like San Antonio, Bear County. Bear County, the amount of money you can get is almost for auto one single unit depending on your income, and I want to make that clear, depending on your income, you can be approved up to 500,000 for 1 unit. For 2 units, you can be approved up to 700, I believe, and then 3 units is 800, and then 4 units is 1 million. And it's a auto fourplex. Depending on your income, 800,000. You qualify using an FHA loan. All you have to do is put 3.5% down, and then you can have that house and be able to rent it out. And you can't beat that. One thing people don't know about it, and they say, the 4 units, you can get up to 1 million. And the say what first house, not first house, 500,000. You still have 500,000, which means a second house. Say 250. That means within that 1 million, you can still buy maybe 4 units in that. But that is a whole strategy. When you call us one-on-one, we can go further into it. And I've used it, and there's a way out whereby you can build your investment properties as fast as possible. We'll then move into the other type of loan, which I highlighted was the VA loan. VA loan for soldier for either say a veteran and as active duty. And with that one, because of almost some or mine, you don't put any money down. So it's zero money down. And also, you don't pay for the mortgage insurance as the FHA does. However, there is something they call the VA funding fee. VA funding fee. So it's the same way. And you pay it upfront. Until the young says a dino 300,000. There is a fee that they charge. Sometimes it could be maybe 1%, and so that will add an additional. Young fan is a 300,000. It will add an additional $3,000 to your mortgage, and you pay it over the duration of the loan. So there's a VA funding fee for that one. The credit score that you need minimum 580, and you need a military service required for that, and then the lender is by law has to make sure say still behind. So that is what we call the residual income after monthly obligations are paid. They want to make sure say the veteran or the active duty personnel ain't squeezing the home too much trying to get that home. And then we'll talk about the last one, which is the USDA loan, and that is it's run by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. These homes are in, as I stated earlier, rural area. Maybe you can use it. One good thing about it is this one, you don't put any money down, same as the VA loan. And say Cincinnati now within 45 minutes away into the rural area, you can literally get a house, be it a duplex, triplex, without putting any money down. However, I still recommend you have money saved for emergency just in case something happens. It has a minimum credit score of 580 or higher. Compared to the FHA loan, where mortgage insurance premium you pay every month on the cost of the loan is way cheaper. It's way cheaper than the FHA loan. So these are the types of loan you can use: the FHA loan, VA loan, and the USDA loan. You can use this to buy a multi-family, start renting right away while you're living in one. As you can tell, I've been doing real estate for a long time. I get excited when I see it. I love it. But nothing comes without its challenges. You're going to face some challenges. It has great profit potential. However, you also have to deal with a lot. One of them will be like trying to find the right tenant into your house, because if you don't vet your tenant, once one pay the right tenant, your investment or your property will go down. You have somebody who come in who is not how do I put it, not taking care of the property. By the time I'll be but and also when you are ready for that, you have to make sure that within your lease you can check on it every 3 months or every 6 months. You can go in, make sure that your property is well taken care of. You want the right tenant. Also, as I stated earlier, you can you be incurring ongoing maintenance or repairs, fridge, microwave bit, after a long time, but if you have your emergency fund, this will help you take care of it. Not only that, I recommended that you put 10%. In first, only 10% better work for maintenance. That's just empty. ebetimi cover no. There's also where you can buy warranty. You can buy warranty on this how do you call it? These ticket items like microwave or fridge or air condition with matter warranty out here every month. So BB say yeah, they come in, they charge you a service fee, and then they try to fix it. So multi fix they come and then they replace it. But just know say I know your extra costs you'll be paying monthly. I have that right now, and that helps. BB say yeah, I just send them over, they fix it. I just pay the the service fee, and then I'm good to go. I don't have to pay anything. I talked about it, the cash flow percentage for vacancy. That is putting the 10% down just for vacancy and then putting 10% down for maintenance. With all this headache, there's always a solution. It's, say, okay, now trying to vet, you can still be living in the other side of the property. If you own our manager, normally I tell my clients, don't tell them you are the owner. Say, nipa mi answer to unche, almost the other way, but say you owner, you will have a bit storage, no better awesome. But if you are even living next to that, to them, just tell them, say, only property manager, you are not the owner, so that you can make sure, say, you create that barrier in between. But say, just hire a property manager, somebody who is experienced, who can get it done. And that's what I use. Even though I'm in real estate, I still rely on my property manager, but I make sure, say, I'm managing them at all times. So the tenants another friend, no friend. So there's that layer, and then you can make sure that your property is protected at all times. Just to know, real estate is not just the cash flow, but a lot of tax benefits. But just before I go ahead with this slide, I want you to know that I'm tax expert, and I'm not a tax attorney. It is if it's something you are interested in, you need a tax attorney or a tax agent on your side that is going to help you on that front. But this is coming from my own personal experience. There are so many things you can write off compared to say, wow, to them. If you running it as a business now, you can deduct your property taxes out of that. You can deduct your property insurance. You can deduct your mortgage interest. Mortgage interest only applies to say wow to what and the property tax to an extent. But your property management say wow high property management. The fees now charge you can deduct that, or you can use that as a tax write-off as well. And then any maintenance cost you can write that off as well. There's one thing we also call depreciation in real estate. Depreciation in real estate, and it's called depreciation cost over time. So IRS within their taxes, they came up with something said, young fan said, you see in 1970. So you see in 1970, I'll say as time goes on, things start getting old until the new things come out. Until they believe that the dino depreciates. Though there's a difference between depreciation. Just said it says that the value of the house is going down. That doesn't mean that the old dino is not worth anything. Your house will be literally going up with the market going up. However, for tax purposes, they believe that the house is going down. And so your house is like 300,000 now. They divide it by 27.5 years. So they say every year, your house goes down, or the value of this is just for tax purposes compared to your house going up. So this is just for tax purposes. And as I stated, a tax attorney will explain more into it. But I'm just giving an example. Your house is valued 300,000. They divide that by 27.5 years. You can deduct almost 10,909 from your taxes every year. And so when you run into most of real estate, and I don't want to bring politics into, but some of the real estate, like our former president, because of the value of their way, they depreciated almost divided by those years. Even IRS for the or they end up paying less money. So that is what that depreciation is within our tax code. So the more you can get a tax attorney or a tax expert to explain these things to you, you really love real estate. Though it comes with these challenges, just the tax benefits, the cash flow that comes through it, you're going to love it. One last point I want to highlight about the taxes is called the use a pass-through deduction. It's income from the properties. The law allows you, and this law was passed in 2017, allows you to take 20% of the income you get from your real estate towards your personal income. And tomorrow, baby, you are a nurse, you are into IT, you are into whatever income you get, the law, if you have these rental properties, and the more you have, all of them, you take 20% of that, and OT free usika unya on your personal income, and that saves you a lot on taxes. But this law was passed in 2017. It's expected to expire next year. It's expected to expire next year. Hopefully, that can be extended or something. It can be renewed. But that was what was passed in 2017. So those are the tax benefits. This is just three that I just want to highlight, which is using them as real estate tax write-off, depreciating the cost of the house over the 27.5 years, and the 27.5 years is just for the single units and the multifamily. For when we talk about apartments or commercial, they divide it by almost 39 years. So that is the difference between the commercial side of things and then the single family or the residential side of things. I'm just going to give a few resources that will get you started and get you excited. But as I stated earlier, we're always available to help you and educate you on that. The first one, your friend of apartments.com rental manager. Apartment.com rental manager. What this does is wow property manager. You're living in the house and renting the rest on the side now. You can use this. This helps you to vet. It creates, it's a platform on which I send them application. So people rent it down after they view it, they fill out the application. It will tell them they can fill out their credit score or their social security, and the application will come in your email. Say, okay, nipa way, the credit here, and as we rent. This is a free app. You don't have to pay for it, and you can use it to vet them. They can also at the same platform and as we use to for maintenance issues. If there's maintenance going on or tenants they will fill out those information, say, oh, okay, there's a water leak in here, and then you can refer it to a plumber to come fix it. So it's like all in all a one-stop shop whereby you can use it to manage if you're doing it on your own. But I stated earlier, my recommendation is to use a property manager. But if you want to try it and learn from it, this is a resource that can help you. The second one, your friend of biggerpockets.com. This is all kinds of investors that come onto this platform. There are forums, there are educational information, there are videos you can watch that will help you. And then one good thing about it is you can also find investors or real estate investors within your area. So which means zip code, and it will tell you, wait, this is what is going on here. There is meeting, and you can go to this meeting and get all the information to get you started. So these are resources available for you. So I'll end this with an ancient Chinese proverb that says, be not afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid of only standing still. Do not be afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid of only standing still. And the church one said, just make sure that you're taking one step at a time. It's a lot of information that we've taken in. We just don't want to hold on into that information. We want to at least take one step. Sure, be to us say, okay, by June and by September, I want to start. Now start, say we'll drive it for baby 1 way and I'll pay you for baby for the echo within your community. Because sometimes at the Kodia here, I bet our transform life is very close to you without knowing. And I'll say that with a story. The way my wife and I started. I remember in Texas, we went to Houston. On vacation. But when we were coming, I've been, talking about getting into short-term rentals, and I've been just talking about it. But we decided to say, hey, your coffee is here. Yeah, we're going to get started. So we had a home. It was a 5-bedroom house, big house. There was a 3-bedroom upstairs and a 2-bedroom downstairs. So we said, okay, maybe we don't have the money yet to buy a house yet, but we're going to just use our single-family home. We're going to fix the downstairs. So downstairs we spent about maybe $1,000. Just got some things to clean it up, things to decorate it. We went to Goodwill and Walmart and just put things together. And then we put the listing just on Airbnb. Within a week, the house was rented. Was booked for almost a month. So just knowing that, you just have to, sometimes what you need is very close to you. The resources to be successful in this country is available to you. So when you are in that position, don't be afraid. it's not a race, but just take it one step at a time, and before you know it, things will just progress. We started with our, your friends and your first floor. Within 6 months, from the profit we're getting from Airbnb, we're able to buy a house, a single family house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath on its own. And you see, when we listed it within a month, we were booked for almost 6 months. Because baby and here when we realized that it's a military area whereby there are recruits or soldier for your training soldier for every week or every weekend and there was graduation. So families come all over the United States, some across the world, to come to San Antonio, and we're able to do that. But we used what we had available to us and then build from it. And then within another 6 months, we're able to go ahead and get a new house again to be able to use that for Airbnb. So that was somewhere within 2018, 2019 until COVID came. And then when COVID happened, it shut down the business. But one key word I also leave is when you're getting into real estate, you always want to make sure you have an exit strategy. Just in case, because we don't know. We are not expecting COVID to happen, but something can happen. But when it happened, all we did is we went back to the drawing table, looked at our exit strategy, and then we turned all those Airbnb back again into long-term rentals, and we're able to rent them. And they've been rented as I now have a property manager managing them, and we continue planning. So anywhere we go, I'm in the military, so anywhere we go, we make sure we see what strategy fits that area, that area, and we're able to keep it going. So I just want you to know, do not be afraid of growing slowly. Just keep it up, but just make sure you are not stagnant. As who said, you every day or every year you see yourself progressing. So that is where I want to, and that is what I want to encourage you all with. I will say thank you for this avenue to PK for allowing me to be able to share this information with your viewers and listeners. Then for your viewers too and listeners, thank you so much. I know we had a few technical difficulties, but thank you for having that patience and taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to me. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Nana. So Nana, this is what I want you to help me with. Can you please go ahead and copy the your email address and the website and your contact number or the two Zoom chats now? I'm gonna copy it from that and just send it over to Facebook and YouTube so that people can contact you from there. All right. So at this point, we're gonna open the Zoom and also Facebook and YouTube comments, and for anyone who has a question, we have about 18 minutes to end the show. So that doesn't mean that we're taking all the 18 minutes for the questions, but about 15 minutes for questions and 3 minutes to wrap it up. And we'll go over to the Q&A session with Tatapsen. So please, who are questioner, just put the hands emoji up and I'll call you in that order. But to that, the first person can always unmute himself and ask the question. And I'm gonna go to Facebook and try to find any comments over there or questions over there and just ask them. So I have to go to all the 3 platforms. But whilst I'm doing that, you can always unmute yourself and just ask your question if you do have a question. It looks like now I hit to Obiani answers Amano. So Obiani questions about it. So I don't think people may have questions, but I'm still looking through Facebook to make sure there's no question that I'm missing. Bema if Bima Ife ask for the the link, the link that I'm on, so this should be fine. All right, so we're good on Facebook, YouTube. Gadel Arca said all is good. Now going back to Zoom, I know there were some questions that came on Zoom or some messages that came on Zoom. Let me say that. Sweetie said very insightful. And Daddy came and said kudos to Tatapsen for bringing on Nana. Thanks a lot, Nana, for the great education. Please, I'm gonna give just 30 seconds or 1 minute. If you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask your question. I see a lot of people turn their videos on today. That's good. Serwin said, what are the risks of taking a mortgage on a property and renting the property? You know, one thing I like about this, Nana, the moment the question starts coming, oh, never be brave.
Yeah.
So, but Obi, I try to say, Obi be the first person to ask the question. I love that about the viewers. Actually, it's everywhere. But same way question, you know, how do you respond to that? I'll say, what are the risks of taking a mortgage on a property and renting the property?
So some of the risk with mortgage, you know, would be that young family say the tenant has not paid maybe for a month, or the example I cited with COVID coming in. You know, you always have to, and that's why I was stressing about having an emergency fund. Normally, I recommend, you know, having up to maybe 6 months of your mortgage saved. If you're going in with and say something with a low down payment, you save that money just in case CBB ever, you can pivot and you have that that assurance or that security available on your side. So that it comes with a risk, but if you set up the right, you're able to vet your tenants right from the get go and be able to have that emergency fund on your side and have that as a strategy. Now it shouldn't be a problem. You have those buffers to be able to support you and keep you going.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Next question. Again, you can always unmute yourself and ask your question. Now, over to me on share with so now maybe we can see everybody in case Obi-Man is as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And just put in your contact information because I think people are waiting for your contact information. So if you can put in the email address, the website, and the number you want them to contact you on, then I'll just pick it up and share on Facebook and YouTube.
I sent it, but do you want me to send it to everybody or?
No, send it to everybody on the chat.
Okay, got it.
So send it to everybody on the chat and because also my crime in Sanyankai. Oh, okay, I see it right now. And is there any number they can call?
Yes, I'm sending that shortly.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna copy that and send it up to Facebook. That way people can contact you as well as YouTube. In case they have any consultations, and please do call and ask of your consultations. But say if question be any obioma, I think we'll be quick to wrap it up. Now bit me do final words on my end, summary, wrap it up. Then after that we can go ahead and bring the show to an end.
Yes, and the mechanic once again, Mr. Medamase for this opportunity and your time. But just let us know that there's the saying say America is the land of opportunity. Most of the opportunities are right next to us. One of them that I've seen just with my experience here, they said your so with me afasa akwanya so ama atewo da kaswa, you will go a very long way. That will save you a lot of money. And so these are some of the strategies that it helps you, and before you know it, you can speed up things. And I'll side with when I came to the United States, Massachusetts, but within Massachusetts, Papa Biwo, your friend Crumpton, Massachusetts, or your Jewish near Kokra, but will be free. Baby, I know Massachusetts, normally in the call, and these were the things they were telling them. Just go ahead, start working, get this money, buy this property, and save the money. It's we secrets or things that are around us, but without that information, we will not be successful. So we want to tap into it, take it, reduce your housing cost, and then I'm telling you, I have a saying. the sky is not even the limit. We are just the beginning. We're starting from what our family now. Later on, you can start working towards the apartment side of things, whereby you go in commercial loan, owning, starting with 20 units, 30 units, 100 units, and it's possible. It's been done. And I will cite one example. There's this Ghanaian guy called Citizen Kofi. When he was here in the US, in California, he owed almost 200 units. It's possible. So we shouldn't set any limit on ourselves. But the information we got today is to give us that basics for you to learn the ins and outs of real estate investing. And when you expand your mind, the sky is not even the limit. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
All right. Now, Mercy asked a question. She said, what's the best time to call?
Anytime after 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Anytime after 4 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Nana. At this point, I'm gonna see if Director David is on. Then he can sign you out or say a couple words to you before you go. If not, then A-Class will take over. Director David, so also I'm sure unmute yourself and give us your final sign-out message to Nana Hene. So Nisodia, then A-Class. A-Class ni hodoma any rep from Tatapsend and also be pennyphony be from Tatapsend.
Okay, for on behalf of Tatap team, no, the better Nanasi for such a wonderful submission. And all here amount for BTA a parry. I think we had around 45 or 46. It was so was Wadaji. In term future, no, if it must ask for you know about why it will be you. Adobe be answer and a daddy answer at the mass. Will be thank you, Nana.
All right, Nana, that's
you're welcome.
On behalf of the viewers, that was Paul Ace also say and Kancho say thank you. Viewers in the show so more mutie or more dream to Muntimin Kasa, and you almost so almost sharing it's our Facebook, YouTube now. That was it. Whenever we need Mr. Norma on I Tetia, so ever Jumede, I say, am I Namekao. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, Ebusia for Hadam say ABC. This is the section with time with startups and when it comes to having investment, real estate investment in the USA. And he really made it very, very exciting and also very informative for those of us who are interested in investing and getting a home. Just like I said, next week we're going to talk about life insurance, the need for us to have a life insurance and how to get a life insurance as well. So next week, Jumedia Yebedi and no to Michelle Fronya now you so Freddie say life insurance. But first of all, life insurance. Only life insurance only life insurance money who say Yebedi Jumaya. So life insurance is so money nya say life insurance better and also or life insurance as said, me edi musika krabra what and stuff like that. Very, very important for us to know. I finish us here, goals baby, and then one more we have to catch up to. And yet just losing weight and I say having the summer body in inquire. There are more to that. And as still or now we need honoma ebusiana canon. How are they gonna live by intermission? Be mindful of that. At this point, YouTube, Facebook, we're gonna get off YouTube and Facebook. Now, if you're done it, I'm at Tatap saying for now. Yeah, discussing any questions or concerns are over concerning sending Sika and I say you looking for a rep within your neighborhood. Any questions or concerns I will be sure this is the time you better discuss that, and also Tatap and for will be go ahead and just lead us on that. Uncle Jimmy say A-Class, what about them? Say A-Class and available A-Class will take you over and yes they are then